We're approaching the halfway point of the season and it's time to race at one of my all-time favourite tracks. And it's a sprint weekend too, so there's plenty of points up for grabs. Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to M4JVelocity Racing here on F1 Manager 2024. We're in Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix in the in the mountains of Spielberg, and it's been a pretty good session so far. P1 is out of the way. It is a sprint weekend, of course, so this is the only viable practice session of the weekend. Old Mick here came in 11th, not too bad. He set his fastest lap on mediums, which I think is weird because I did at least 2 stints on the softs. But you might have noticed he hadn't seen his name yet. Zach came up in 5th. With a 1 minute 5.8, which is only 8/10, in fact 79 hundredths off of Perez at the top. Now, yes, there were quite a lot of academy drivers in the session. You got Behrman there, Iwasa, Hadja, Crawford, not Hulkenberg. Whoops, de-aged Hulkenberg there. Vesti, so the Mercedes arguably could have been higher. But still good. I'm still very happy. I think that's still a very good session for us. Where's the other Red Bull? Oh, Hadja. That's why. Yeah. So we're going into the sprint feeling pretty confident. I also nailed the setup, mainly because, small confession, for this session I decided to use the F1 Manager setup calculator. Purely because, is it update 1.6? I'm a bit out of the loop now since leaving the day job. I believe it's 1.6. The latest major update has just landed at the time of recording. This is being recorded on the 30th of August, for those of you who are wondering. So the 29th of August, there was a big update, and it changed AI behaviour and things like that. So just for this one race, I wanted to get the nonsense of trying to nail the setup out of the way and just focus on car performance versus the AI and see where we actually are. So we got a 97 and a 96, which I'm pretty happy about. And I think it kind of shows in how well we did in the practice. So if I can get the setup right every time, we could end up with a pretty good looking session ahead of us. Starting confidence, yeah, of course it's low. Of course it's low. The fact that Zach's is lower than Mick's as well is ridiculous. I have no idea how confidence works in this game. You'd think a good practice session would lead to a good confidence, but nope. Not at all. Right, let's get the good stuff back on the car. ERS, yep, that's the right one. And then the gearbox, we definitely need to change that one. There we are. That's Mick ready to go. Got to do the same for Zach now. So I feel like giving him a new engine for this. I think that's a good idea. ERS has to stay the same, and then the gearbox. Yeah, we'll give him the same gearbox. So that's fine. Zach's a bit more of a menace when it comes to part wear. So everything's ready. You have to do medium tyres here, no softs. So we've still got 2 sets of mediums left over, I believe. Hopefully. And yeah, you're forced to use mediums for SQ1, sprint qualifying. Let's go. I like a good sprint race. I don't get people who don't like sprint races. Let's put it that way. I think it just adds that extra element of excitement to a race weekend. There's more points up for grabs. There's a whole second race to watch. Why would you not like that? So weird. There we go. Get out of the head of the Mercedes. That's it. Hold him up. Good stuff. Right, you might also notice, I've noticed this, I don't know if it's a placebo effect or something. I've not really read the patch notes, the full patch notes for the latest update, but to me, everything just looks a little bit crisper and a little bit sharper, particularly the car. We've still got this weird jagged thing. I don't actually know if that's on an F1 car. I feel like that's an artifact that shouldn't be there. But if I go off-board for a second, that is the clearest picture I've seen in this game, even though the wheels still look a bit funky. And apparently there is an issue with the wheels. Let me just show you something else I discovered. Hey, you can hide the UI. I'm sure that's been a thing now for a long time, but I've only just discovered it. And I completely missed my moment there. Yeah, there's been an issue with the wheels disappearing on some people's games, which is hilarious. But I've not noticed that so far in my play. There we go. Snap. We're doing all the screenshots again, as I'm sure you've worked out. Where are we at? Don't even think there's many to get here now. See, if I do that, the track map disappears as well. And the track info. That's so useful. That's really useful. Oh, game. That's not been in here before, right? I'm pretty certain it hasn't. Pretty certain it hasn't. We'll see. Let's ride on board with Mick then. It's quite a short lap, this one. As you saw, 1 minute 5 was the fastest time in practice. Zach's got slow-moving cars ahead of him. That's going to be a problem. And Mick's got slow-moving cars coming out ahead of him as well. I think, I looked at this. I actually tried to work this out. I think it's a minute 45 on an outlap. So if we send our drivers out with about a minute 50 before the end of the session, they should cross the line in time to actually set a lap, which is useful. Mick was fastest. He no longer is. There's a Ferrari absolutely bombing up the hill behind us. Of course, these are the first two guys out, so their times will be the fastest regardless. Until the next set come through. So where's the timing lines? I think Sector 1 ends just at the top of the hill. Sector 2, I think, is halfway around here, where Mick's just gone through. Yeah. And then obviously Sector 3 is the start-finish line. That AI is going to get out of the way. That's a penalty. In real life F1, that's a penalty. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. Yeah, look at that. He still managed to go faster than Zach, though. But we're 2.7 seconds down on Leclerc. He managed to do a 1 minute 2. What? That's insane. So we need to go out again. Obviously, we were the first ones out on track, so the track evolution wasn't as good and things like that. I reckon we got time for 2 more runs, if we're quick. Which, of course, we're quick. We're awesome. So, we're going to have to use the same tyres, because I don't think we have access to the other compounds. So I'm hoping the grip's still there. Either that or we've done goofed. Now, I did run a set of mediums in practice, so I'm hoping that wasn't the other set of mediums that were allocated. Uh-oh. I thought Zach was going to go out there, so I've whiffed that one big time. Oh, no. Okay, they're separate. We got the McLaren to contend with instead. Should we do visor cam for this one? Let's do visor cam. Here we go then. Just need to see green. Yellow, no good. Here we go, and charging up the hill. Confidence is rising, so that suggests that we are doing something right. Zach's gone green. Nick's gone yellow. Ah. We're right down the bottom as well. We've still got Norris to set a time. So that could be the one that pushes us out. Zach being green though, that's encouraging. Yeah, Zach seems to be putting in good performances. He just seems to pull out a lap. Interesting. And the corner here. That's green. That's good. Zach went green as well. That's very good. Zach coming around the final corner. He's got a nice slipstream off the Alpine as well. Yeah, he's gone faster. He's out of the danger zone. Here comes Mick. And he's out of the danger zone. Oh, ninth. That's good. Now, we don't have new tyres. So is it worth doing one more run? I still think it is. Just for the track evolution alone, providing more grip. So as I said, about a minute 50. I might do a minute 55 just for safety. We'll send them out. Possibly even 2 minutes for safety. Because, you know, a yellow flag. If you go out too late, a yellow flag can completely destroy you. But you don't want to go out too early and not maximise the available grip. So let's fast forward a little bit. Again, I calculated it as a minute 44. So if it's not a minute 44 now, I'm going to be very, very, very upset. Let's send Zach out now. There are other cars going out now, so it looks like we might have got it right. And we send Mick out straight after, because there's no space. Are either of them actually coming out? Oh my word, what's happened to that woman there? She just phased through that guy. I don't think we have enough time. I think we've absolutely balls that one up big time. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, it's going to be so tight. I think we made it. I think we made it. We made it. I was so close. Yikes. Zach's out as it stands, so he needs to go green here. He comes to the top of the hill. He has gone green. Now Mick needs to be... Yep, Mick's gone green as well. Okay. Have I just actually done something good here? Is that something? Have I done a thing? They're on legitimate flying laps. This is all above board. It's all good. That grandstand on the hill there, I don't think I've actually seen it before on the coverage. That's massive. Nice little clip of the curb there on the outside. Comes round. Zach's gone green again. Mick's only gone yellow there. I think he went a bit wide. Mick's through though. I don't think Mick can actually get knocked out. It's just where Zach goes. And he's gone green so far. And he's bombing down the final straight. Oh, he was so close. Mick's made it though. Mick's made it. So 17th for O'Sullivan. Schumacher though is through to SQ2. Where now I think we're forced onto softs. So we should in theory go a little bit faster. Which is always nice to see. I know, mediums again. But it's a different set of mediums. That's fine. Is it medium, soft? Must be. Okay. So we got less time now. So I think we only have time really for 2 runs. Maybe. Saying that, it might be time for a 3rd. We won't watch the first run. We know what it looks like now. I actually feel like we're the catalyst sometimes. We go out and then everyone else goes out.
Copy.
A 146. Hulkenberg's already gone a second faster. He took advantage of our grip, clearly. Yeah, I'm not sure we got time for 2 runs. What we could do, though... What we could do is this. Which maybe we should have done first. Do you know what? I'm just going to take the gamble here. That's not what I meant to do. I'm just going to take the gamble here and wait until about 2 minutes to go again. And we'll see. Maybe I'll go out a little bit earlier this time. Because that was too close before. So we'll wait for this Mercedes to go past. And then we'll go out. That's Hamilton, I believe. We'll come out ahead of the Red Bull. Okie dokie. So we're definitely going to make it round this time. Unless something awful happens. Cue something awful happening, of course. That's the way it works, isn't it? Oh, I was hoping we'd hold up the Haas. There seems to be these weird artifacts floating above the cars sometimes as well. And I've also noticed on the DRS straights. Let's see if you spot it on this off-board shot. Are we trying to overtake here on the outlap? Come on, Mick, be smart. The DRS doesn't open until the car literally passes the camera. Then it quickly flings open. And then as it disappears off into the distance again, it flings shut. So it's almost like you can only see the DRS open if you're within a certain distance of the car. And all other times it's shut. And I've got my settings, graphics settings on max. So I have no idea what that's all about. It's very weird. Alright, we need to do a good lap here. Because we are currently... I think we're like a second almost off the pace. So we were a second slower than Hulkenberg. And he's a second off the lead. So we're actually 2 seconds off the pace. Not great, not ideal. Sparks flying off the Merc there. He's going to disappear off into the sunset now, and hopefully we'll be tagging along, hanging onto his coattails. Here we go then. Oh, you saw that little black triangle there as well. See, yeah, look, the wing is shut right now. But if you watch, coming up the hill here, wing is shut. Wing is open, wing is shut. See? And the black triangle's there still. So there's little graphical things. It doesn't change the performance of the game. The car is still acting as though it has DRS, so that's fine. It's just a really weird effect. If you're on board, the wings open, I'm sure. But yeah, very strange. Very strange. Green in the first sector. That's looking good. Hopefully no mistakes here, Mick. Keep it green here as well. I don't think we're going to get through to SQ3 though. That is green. How's your confidence? You have to click that, don't you? Yeah, see, confidence is very high right now, but when it comes to the race, it'll have shot back down again, which is stupid. There's no point in having good confidence built up in qualifying if it doesn't carry over to the race. Come on, Frontier. You're so good at listening to feedback. Oh, wow. That was actually very close. We're a 10th off, basically. Piastri's a lucky boy. I don't think Stroll's going to go faster. Where is Stroll? I'm assuming that's Stroll there. Just coming around turn 4 now. You got to hold your head up high sometimes. Starting 11th in a sprint race is pretty damn good. Can't complain about that. And yeah, still 11th. And I was right. Stroll didn't make it. Good stuff. I don't dislike Stroll, just to be clear. I don't think there's any driver really at the moment I actively dislike. Even Verstappen, I kind of look at him and be like, okay, he's really annoying on track, but off track he seems like a decent guy. Perez maybe, because he just lets himself be used as a doormat over and over again. Oh, and Alonso's a smug git as well. I don't like Alonso. Someone's got to remind him that he's only won 2 championships, and there are other drivers on the grid who've won more. So he needs to just wind his neck in a little bit. Anyway, before we go into who's hot and not in the drivers, let's talk about the race. So the strategy, yeah, medium. That's all fine. We don't need to overfuel the car or anything like that. Setup is good. I think we'll just go for it. There's not really anything else that needs doing in a sprint race. You just set them up and watch them go.
We're all ready to go for the sprint.
2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and blank space, and here we go.
And away we go.
Where Mick? There is Mick. We'll get the always defend, overtake aggression height. So yeah, look, he's lost place already, so now he's in the doldrums of confidence. I mean, we're toing and froing with the Haas. Some people have said the AI is a lot quicker now with the updates. I don't know. I'm not entirely seeing it myself. I feel like we've actually gained some speed during all this. We have now lost that place. Was it Russell we lost to? I think it was. There is a gap starting to open now. Where's Zach? 20th. He started 17th, didn't he? Oh, whoa. Where's that Aston come from? Holy moly. Defend. I set you to defend. Always defend. What's going on, man? Come on, Mick. So we've dropped 2 places already on the opening lap. And I'm sure Zach started 17th, so he's dropped 3 places. That's crap, isn't it? I'm pretty certain we're outside of DRS now as well. There's a way to fix that. Set to deploy. No. Get back, you bastard. And he's going to have DRS on me as well, I bet. Oh, yellow flag. What happened? Incident at the top here, maybe? Turn 3? Seemed to be a bit of a bunch up. Oh, O'Sullivan locked up. I guarantee it was that. Right, we got DRS now on Magnussen. Look at the closing and speed. So we do have a car that can somewhat perform. Oh my god, that was wide. What's happened here? Have you damaged your car? You absolute weapon. Nick. Ugh. Deary me. Yeah, Zach's now last because of that lock-up. It's amazing how things can go from being so good to so crap so quickly. We have got DRS on Magnussen though. As long as the damage to the underfloor isn't too bad, we should still be able to get him back. So he'll defend, possibly on the inside. Yeah, he moved across. No, you should have stuck to your line there, Mick. You should never go around the outside. Oh, actually, okay, you've made that work. I was going to say you should never go around the outside. You should always stick it up the inside if you can. But actually, he did make that work. We'll keep the ERS usage for now, because that should help us catch Stroll, who arguably shouldn't be behind, in front of us in the first place, but what can you do? We'll put Zach on deploy for a bit, but clearly he needs some help. He's 3.3 seconds down, and I imagine your tyres are struggling already. Right, we're just going to try and use this to get within DRS range of Stroll, and then we need to turn the ERS off. I think we need to turn it off now, because we've run out, basically. We need to do some charging. We've got Hamilton right behind us now as well, so that's going to be us losing that place again. Here he comes, although we've got the same engine. We held him off here. He'll get us up the hill. This is my favourite stretch of track, this DRS zone here. It's so good. You absolutely fly. The only thing I don't like is the massive braking zone at the end. So he starts braking around the 100 metre board. I go for more like a 75 metre and then shoot off onto that green bit. So I think Mick knows a little bit better than me what you're supposed to do going into this corner. And I say Lewis is going to get us. He actually hasn't. So far. One thing I've noticed in F1 this year in particular, 4/10 seems to be the magic number on most DRS straights. If they're within 4/10 when the wing swings open, they'll get the move done. There are some DRS straights where that's just physically impossible. Monaco springs to mind. But more often than not, particularly at Zandvoort recently as well, Lando got past Max with 4/10. But I think he was less than 4/10. I think he was like 3 or 2/10 off. But that's the golden number. Even at Spa, going down the Kemmel, it seemed to be 4/10 was the number you needed. 7/10 at the bottom of Eau Rouge, 4/10 at the Kemmel Straight. That's what I observed. I'm going to charge Mick up a little bit here. Are you still on deploy? You are. He's actually got past Magnussen. So unless Magnussen's had a terrible accident, Lewis just forced us a bit wide there, but I think that was a valid overtake still. And he actually has DRS on us now because he went through the activation zone behind. That's a tactic as well. We saw Lando use that in Austria on Max. Stay behind, going into the detection zone, then make the move in the actual corner, and then you've got DRS to pull away. Okay, we've got Albon 1.7 seconds down right now. We just harvest for a bit. He'll catch us, of course, but we'll still have the opportunity to get stuff done. I've just noticed Zach's actually back up to 19th now. So either his tyres have come alive, he's come alive, or something else has happened. He's actually starting to show a bit of pace. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to get on with it. We're actually pulling away from Albon a little bit as well, even though we're losing ground to Hamilton. Would I take 14th and 19th right now? A little. A little. I would have liked 11th and 17th, but yeah. Zach's just lost out to Ocon. But I think he's got... No, he doesn't have DRS yet. But he's right behind him, so you never know. Am I going to have to change Mick's underfloor before the race? I feel like I am. It's very annoying. Less than ideal, Mick. Very much less than ideal. Right, we'll set him back to neutral. I think we can start speeding up the clock a little bit now. Zach's back up to 18th. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, every now and then he just shows these blitzes of pace. And he starts putting in some good lap times. I don't know if he's on a good lap. Yeah, green first sector. It's pretty decent. I think it was just the lockup that messed him up. It does happen. And we've got Bottas right behind Mick. We're no way going to catch Stroll now. If we can hold off Bottas, that would be very useful. Okay. Speed up time again. Oh, we lost out to Bottas, although we're right behind him. So, like I said, 4/10 is the magic number. Leclerc with a mechanical fault. Mechanical faults are very, very prevalent in this game, I've noticed. They happen to everybody. Here we go then. We're going to have DRS on Bottas. The detection is just coming out of turn 9 there. Rear wing open, so we're 8/10 behind now. We're still going to have DRS going up the hill. 6. And then we'll have DRS here. That should get us within 4. Hopefully. We could deploy as well, but I don't actually think we need it. There we go. Is he going to send it up the inside early? He is. And he's going to make it stick. Oh, that was close. That was bloody close. And he made the move before the detection... after the detection zone. So he's got DRS here to pull away. Although the slipstream's pretty powerful at the top of this hill anyway. So Bottas still 2/10 behind. Zach's just yo-yoing at the moment. He got up to 18th and now he's dropped down to 19th again. That's the one downside to this track. There is no opportunity really to pull away. You overtake, they get you on the next lap. You get them on the next lap, they get you on the next lap. Rinse and repeat over and over and over. We're doing alright though. We're going to get Albon here. Yep. That's a decent move. Let me just pause. Do that. Do that. Do that. That's a nice screenshot. I'm sure this wasn't in the game before yesterday. I'm adamant. I think I would have known that. Such a cool update. I wish the logo wasn't in the corner though. I'm still going to have to use AI to remove that. I've got my own logo, guys. You don't need to add one for me. Should we deploy for a bit? I think we can burn some extra fuel as well. Let's see what Mick can do with a car that's basically off the leash. How's Zach's tyres? Actually, he's plateaued it quite nicely. Oh, wow, look at that. Woof! That speed difference. We basically overtook him before DRS even had an effect. Obviously, Albon's now got DRS on us. I don't think he's gaining, though. I think he's losing. Oh, no, he's gaining. Oh, boy, he's gaining. Defend. Defend. So they still leave the space. I think you should always overtake up the inside and then defend on the inside as well. We got him back. Just going to switch that back to neutral for a bit. Just hold off the Williams, he says, as he loses the place. Oh, I think the mentality is being reset as well. Because I checked just now when I loaded the game up and they were both on neutral. They weren't unhappy anymore. So that's good, because I feel like that was something that was in need of some looking at as well. The fact that drivers are unhappy. Like, we're not underperforming, I don't think. We're expected to finish where we're finishing. That's not underperforming. We have improved facilities. I've done some off-camera work on that. Nothing major. Haven't spent too much money. And the car is starting to get better. No, you're fine. So it's just a case of being patient. It's the first season. We're not expected to win anything. Not unless something goes catastrophically wrong for the other cars, of course. And we are getting to that stage of the season now, as you can see with Leclerc, where wear and tear is starting to take hold. Drivers might start getting grid penalties for replacing parts. We're definitely going to get grid penalties in the latter half of the season for replacing parts. I'm sure of it. It's just one of those things. Right, we can go deploy again, man. There's energy there waiting to be used. Even if we just use it to pull away from Albon. We're not catching Hulkenberg. 6.2 seconds in 4 laps. Again, you're going to have smoke coming out the back before that becomes a realistic thing. Well, they're saying that. We made up 3/10 on one corner. No, we've lost it again. Just want to get Albon out of DRS. It's going to be very tricky considering we're just approaching the DRS. Just keep an eye on him. He's a long way back here, but the gap closes so quick. I mean, look at that already.
Understood.
That's a pretty sizable gain. Like 3/10 he made up on the pit straight. Now he's going to make up another 3 or so here. Thought he's going to plough into the back of us then. That happened to me when I was playing 22 for the first time on stream. Might have been the second time actually. I was managing Williams and I had Albon, watching on board with Albon, and Norris just went straight into the back in Australia. Completely blindsided me. Oh crap. Not only have we lost the place, we've also lost our battery. I forgot. We had Zach on that too. We're just going to have to harvest now, I'm afraid. You're 3 seconds ahead though, so you should be fine. Right, we're going to have DRS here on Albon, and we're basically going to do to him what he's just done to us. Here we go. Rear wing open. We have no battery, mind, so that's going to be a problem. We don't have DRS up the hill. Damn. Okay, that's more problematic. We have got ERS here though. Might need another lap. Okay, 3 laps to go. Just right on board. In a second, here we go. So again, no DRS, but the slipstream here might bring us into range. Actually isn't, which is very concerning. Albon's probably using all of his battery here to stay ahead. And he's pulling away from us up the hill. We almost made it. Got to within a tenth. Okay. Zach's just lost out to Magnussen as well. Or has he got it back? He's got it back. And he's got DRS. Whew. So that should be him kept behind now. You hope. He's 2/10 now. 15th and 18th isn't too bad. There was a couple of mistakes there. I let the battery drain on both of them. But besides that, am I happy? 4 places dropped for Mick, 1 place dropped for Zach. So they have both gone backwards, and that will reflect in their confidence and mentality and things like that, which is very frustrating. But it could have been so much worse. No crashes. There was a lock-up. We did run wide. And we have got floor damage on Mick. I think overall, not a bad run. Sprint races always throw up these little conundrums. In fact, we have got a lap to go still. I miscounted. Sainz is obviously a lap ahead. Oh, Sainz is there, yeah. So he's coming round now. There we go. Sainz takes the win. Good for him. We've just lost out to Magnussen there. And he's forced us wide, so I don't actually think we're going to get that place back. And he's got the DRS, and we are so screwed. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. We're going to watch Mick coming around the last couple of corners. So 15th and 19th, yeah, not as good. Let's just use what we've got. It's going to make no difference. Yeah, he's losing ground. Okay. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a little bit better. It is what it is.
Competition out there was certainly tough today, and it leaves many coming away from
Grab
the
another
sprint
screeny.
empty-handed.
Alrighty then, folks. You see the result. See how well we did. 15th and 19th. It's hard to reflect on those ones.
Let's hope the teams took.
It's hard to reflect on those ones. We could have done a lot better. But at the same time, like I said, I'm always going to say this every race. Could have gone better, could have gone worse. We've got qualifying now for the main race. That's going to be in the next episode, of course. There's plenty of ground still that we can make up. We're starting to show signs of maybe even snatching a points finish at some point during the season if we're lucky. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop those comments down below, feedback on how to develop the drivers, the car, the team, all that sort of thing is very much appreciated. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.